Today on Commonly Good MTG, we're playing with a Vampire Tribal deck. And not only is it Vampire Tribal, every single card is a vampire. Originally it was called Oops All Vampire. It gets a little overdone, so I'm just calling it All Vampires. Every last card that's not a land, Vampire, Vampire, Vampire. Is that going to be enough to hold it out? Will this deck be as interesting as it looks? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, voted 2023's Golden Voice by Your Mom Magazine, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub called Oops All Vampires by TayMalice. TayMalice. All right, so the deal is that we're in, Lost Caverns of Ixalan days, and one of the big things they got going on there is vampires. Vampires. So he put together a nice Vampire Tribal deck, and I am a big fan of tribal decks. The interesting thing, he actually wrote something in the comments, which was, none of that silly removal shite. Make your opponent have it, or else they're in for a bloody ass kicking. So, yeah, all right. I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of not having removal, but we're going to go for it. We're going to aggro the hell out of this place, and maybe we'll be able to crush some hopes and dreams in the process. All right, so really quick, what we're going to do is we're going to pound through these cards. We're going to talk about what's in them, talk about how this deck's probably going to work, and then we'll go out and, as I said, crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got lifelink 1/1, and then can put out a Pod Baby if he gets killed. Shoots an opponent in the face, creates a blood token. Flying 2/1 after you create your 5th blood token. It becomes a flying 3/3, and then it turns blood tokens into bats. Bartolome, sacrifice another creature or artifact. You sure got a lot of them. To put a Popo counter on this guy. This guy's going to be sucking up Popos. Bloodtithe Harvester comes out as a 3/2. You can sacrifice him to do -X times 2 for the number of blood tokens you have. So as you can see, we're going to be putting out blood tokens. Oh, and he puts out a blood token when he comes into play. Let's see. This guy's got 2/1. When he enters the battlefield or dies, you create a 1/1 black bat with flying. And anytime it attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Markov Baron is a vampire lord. You can convoke it out. So all your other vampires get +1/+1. Other vampires, not itself. And it's got lifelink. So lifelink will hopefully help keep you alive. Between this and Ichor Drinker. So we got a lot of creature, a lot of vampire pump in here. Preacher of the Schism. That's got a lot of words. Obviously, this has got to be a great card. Death Touch 2/4. Whenever it attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life, you create a 1/1 white vampire creature token. So if your opponent's got more than you, you create a vampire. Whenever it attacks while you have the most life or are tied for the most life, you draw a card and you lose life. So it's a little bit of card draw. Not bad. It gets you what you need. It's a 2/4 Death Touch. Excellent. That big butt can do a lot of damage. Edgar for 4 Vampire Lord. And when he dies, he becomes an artifact. And every turn on your upkeep, you put out a vampire token with lifelink. And then eventually he becomes back as himself again. Vito. We got Vito again. Nice to see you, Vito. It's been a long time. Flying for 4. When you sacrifice another permanent, and we got some sacrificers going on there, you gain 2 life the first time. And then if you sacrifice another one, then your opponent loses 2 life. And if you sacrifice a third one, you create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature. Vampire demon creature with flying. So you got a lot going on there. He's a vampire demon himself. So between this and Bartolome, you could probably start making a lot of really cool dudes. All right, so we got lots of vampires. We got a lot of other cards here, the lands that you could specify vampires for. And it can be whatever color you need because we're playing 3 colors here. MARDU. We got the ability to put out 2 hasty spirits. We got the ability to bring things back from the graveyard. And the ability to shoot attacking or blocking stuff for 4. All right, that's it. So what are we going to do? We're going to get guys out. We're going to be putting out a bunch of blood tokens, pumping our guys like crazy, getting at them with flying, and sacrificing our guys that are going to die so we can pump. We got a lot of life gain to keep ourselves alive. Is that enough to make this deck rock like, keep it rocking like Dawkin? I don't know. Let's find out. But before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. We're playing against Vince 72. That is a lot of mana. All right, let's see. We'll be able to get the Harvester out. Vampire. He's got a little bit of a... we're going against mono red at the moment. He's going to get a guy out. He's going to be pumped. It'll kill the Harvester, but the Harvester can take it out. And that's what's important, is we need to kill off his early dudes. Our guys are on the weak side. Oh, I will trade. Come on in. The water is fine. Vampire. Get some more bodies out there. Funny part is I like the Voldaren Bloodcaster. She'll be really good, except we got a long way to go. I think I'm not willing to trade her, but I will trade off the Epicure, no problem. If I was him, I would totally go for it. Unless, of course, he has 0 other creatures. Don't be looking at me. Alright, let's put out something with a bit of a bite. And I'm going to draw a card. There we go, we got another big bite. I'm guessing the Preacher of the Schism is more than he can handle. All right, all in. All right, so he could do 3 per turn. He's trying to drop that on me. I got to get some life gain going on, but we need Edgar to die for that to happen. 6. Yeah, why not? Go for it. There, I got a bat. What am I poking there for? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I can block one of his guys. Down to 2. I mean, I could definitely make a blood token. Yeah, you're gonna want to take out that bat. And he didn't do it. Pass the blockers. Alright. And we're going to win this thing. Unless you can shoot me in the face right now. Nope. I can shoot him in the face. Victory! And I'm playing against Steve. 19903. That's a thing. Alright, 2 mana. Keep? Oh, this is for the ring. I thought, is this some sort of like a weird origami napkin or something? In your face, Diamond Dave. Yep, it's a 1/1. I got the Bloodcaster here. I mean, if we get enough of these blood tokens out, the Bloodcaster can transform. This guy's playing control. Vampire. I'm going to go ahead and put out another one. Give him another target to waste his stuff on. Non-land card. Who are you going after? Edgar? I'll never see him at this rate. If you want to go out to the Bloodcaster, might be a good choice just because I don't have another mana. Yeah, you're thinking of the future, aren't you? There we go. Why would I have to invoke? All right, never mind. I guess it was just giving me the option to do so. Let me see, Cathar? Nope. Fateful Absence. You guys trying to play control a little hard there. Ooh, I got a Raging Clue. I'm guessing the Voldaren Bloodcaster. There you go. Wow, we just got to get that Bloodcaster out and she can immediately transform. We just need another mana for it. Is this guy going to put anything on the battlefield? I doubt it. Oh, he's got one. It's a 2/2 knight. Oh, I see. I need 5. That's not a blood token right there. That's what. What? Yeah, I was going to say a 4th mana would be really nice. Alright, he's going to try to go for the strength. I mean, that's a great move, technically. With the lifelink guy out, I got to kill him, but I don't have any means of doing so. Oh, he can like sacrifice. It's a trick. This is my trick right here. Can I sacrifice a guy though? Is that an ability I have? Hey. All right, there we go. Let's pop this, see what we can grab. Land. All right, so he's going to get 5. What are we packing here? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'll be up to 11 if he does nothing else this turn. I could also jump in and kill that guy. That's what I probably should do. I got to keep that hemorrhaging from stopping. He might just try to sit there and do nothing. You got what it takes? Anything in your hand? Nothing? All right, there you go. You lost them. Blood tokens! There we go. Vampire. Little Edgar. And all in. Go get him, my friend! 2 left. That was nice, turning a blood token into a bat. It makes him useful. All right, 26-2. You had 2 cards in your hand. And game's over. Winner, winner, victory dinner. All right, we're playing with Roubou. Was it Roubou? I'm not quite sure. 1, 2, 3. Roar. Hello, lady. What do we got up here? That looks like a dragon. Put him down. That Chomper, he's a good boy. I like him quite a bit. And if you want to waste it, man, go right ahead. Waste, waste, waste. All right, and what is this going to do? Exile, Graveyard, Incubate 2, only as a sorcery. Might as well. We got enough better going on here, right? All right, it doesn't count as black then, huh? Even though it's a vampire, it still doesn't count. Go for it, Chopper. Go get him. Get him. That's it, man. All you can do is attack. Get him. Roar, don't be scared. It's just a pie. All right, my friend Roubou. Don't make me play with your paper fire here. No blocks. Lots of great things to do. Let's just put this guy. It's not going to life link. You're going to hate it. I'll just keep this guy off to the side. Edgar likes to get out there. I'm hoping I can pull a 4th mana at some point here. Not a 4th mana. We got a bat. And we got lifelink. Red hates lifelink. Hates it. Do you need to start playing defense now? Is that the deal? Yeah, man. That's not going to work out well for you. Don't be pumping. Kind of needed that guy. Oh, you got rid of lifelink. Oh, 2 guys are dead, huh? The devil. Alright, so what does Edgar do? After he dies, he just starts putting out lifelinkers. Down to 9 to 9. Alright, playing mono red, you are very slow, my friend. Might have to replay this game on double time. Here, I can spend my time singing the theme song to the Dukes of Hazzard. Just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. Been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. Of course, you know, I'm not really sure if that's the exact lyrics there. Making their way, the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law allows. All right, well, good for them, man. That was an awesome play. The beat. All right, we're playing against Stonycoot. What does she got going on here? All right, so we got red. Maybe white. Doesn't matter. All them down. Fewer lands. All right, we're cool. Convoke. That means I can get him out on the next turn. All right, this guy's playing a little, kind of everything. 5C, huh? I guess he's probably trying to pull things back from the graveyard. I haven't even seen Squirming Emerges before. Vampire. All right, there is 6. You gonna try to chump? Excuse me, over here. Oh, the humanity. All right, you got 2 cards, man. You can put out a guy. What's he equal to there? 3/3? No attacks. We're good. All right, so let's see. What are we doing here? I mean, is he going to try to attack? I'll just let it happen. No blocks. We're cool. Have a good time. And we win! See you later, Stonycoot. Victory! Alright, playing against Smebbs. Smebbs. Alright, we got Voldaren Epicure. We can technically play everything on our hand with the 2 mana that we have. Alright, Mr. Smebbs, are you going to be joining me today? Nope, no dragons. I'm on a blue. Let's just see if he's willing to trade off that. He's not. We don't have any white. We can't play old Bart there. The Presidio. 3rd mana. Alright, he's got a counterspell. He wants to go for it. He'll be willing to go after anything for it. The question is, can we win with what we got? He's going to start playing like... Nice, he's just attacking. You can try to flash guys out. There you go. Chomp, chomp, a chewy chomp. Alright, we slipped those guys out there while he was all tapped out. We get the Bloodcaster out next turn. Let's see what he's able to put out here. If he wants to use his counterspell, he needs to do nothing right now. Alright, we're rocking hard here. Let's, No, I can't use it right now. Okay. All in. Gotta wait till next turn before I have enough to get past the counter spells. All right, I'm down to 9. He is all tapped out. Alright, so he's got to lose a dude and then we'll transform. Alright, he's down to 1. We'll transfer them up, and we're good to go. All right, so now we got, we'll have 2 flyers. I could always just destroy the aberration right out of the air using the harvester. This guy ward 2. Okay, I could just kill it. And we win! In your face, Mono Blue. In your face. Alright, so here we are with all vampires. And yep, it was all vampires. Yeah, it was an okay deck. Let's put it this way. When I first started playing it, this deck was just ripping people apart. Its unbridled aggroism was pretty intense, and I can see why TayMalice picked this particular deck and thought that it was so good. Yeah, it was really fun that way. But this deck had a lot of shortcomings. It's like you really were just saying, look, I'm just going to go for one thing. I'm going to go for it hard. And there's, anybody who has like a board wipe will just completely screw me over. Anybody with big enough butts on their creatures will completely screw me over. Creature removal will completely screw me right over. So yeah, this deck, it did incredibly good at what it did, but it was easy to short circuit, and there's a lot of decks out there that could do it. So let's just see, who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? What was the card I was looking forward to the most? I kind of felt like I was looking forward to Voldaren Bloodcaster, yet the one that I was the most... Like, here's the deal, is that Markov Baron was a lord. It made everything blossom up. Edgar was a lord. Bloodtithe Harvester is probably the card that I was looking forward to the most, just because in a deck without removal, the Harvester was my removal. That was it, pretty much. I was trying to play tricks where I could, slam some of my guys into some of their big guys just so I could sacrifice my Harvester to take them out. It was rough. So I got to say, in this deck, it was probably the Bloodtithe Harvester was my MVP. Congratulations, Bloodtithe. That's a sorry statement. All right, was this deck competitive? No, I got this thing up to 50%. That's not bad. It was an interesting deck. I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit there. But yeah, it was not a competitive deck. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so it was like a 50% chance of whether you're going to win or lose. This deck was like a rabid Wolverine. It went to crazy town. But as long as you had like a 10-foot stick, there's nothing I could do to get beyond it. Getting out all the bats kind of swarming in, yeah, that kind of worked out well. But it wasn't that strong of a mechanic. It wasn't there all the time, and anybody with a good amount of creature removal can kind of just keep it from happening. All right, so was this deck fun? Yeah, it was. It had stuff at the low end. You were getting guys out. I was able to attack as long as they weren't being removed immediately. I had some good times with that. Bartolome, originally I really disliked this guy. I thought he kind of sucked. But yeah, if my dudes were dying, I would just sacrifice it. He would get pumped. And he just kept getting pumped up. The big thing he doesn't have is trample. He needs trample so badly. I was putting out lots of little dudes, and they would get blocked, and I was just losing them. But if I could sacrifice him to Bartolome there, it was actually pretty decent. But yeah, he could just be chumped. That was a big problem. All right, so anyways, as far as being a fun deck, yeah, it was. I mean, if you're an aggro player, you like playing aggro, this was a sweet deck. Could this one end up being Platinum Mythic? Possibly. I know TayMalice was not going for creature removal. It desperately needs it. It needed you to have the ability to remove some stuff. I'd say I would definitely put at least 8 creature removal cards in here if you want this one to actually start to do better than 50%. All right, so let's see. Was this deck interesting? Absolutely. Why? Because it was Vampire Tribal. We were playing a lot with stuff from the Lost Caverns between Vito and the Preacher and Bartolome. Anybody else new in here? I guess just the Cavern of Souls. So anyways, it was a decent representation from the most recent set. It was a good way of improving upon old vampires. But yeah, without the creature removal, this deck is a little on the low win rate side. I wouldn't say it's worth playing with that way. It seems like it's a good deck to actually, start with and enhance. And maybe that's what we're going to end up doing with it in the long run. So let's add this thing up. Did this thing have a good win rate? Was it competitive? Not really. Was it fun? Yeah. Was it interesting? Yeah. Unfortunately, win rate is the high Mark were playing with there. I'm going to have to call this one a B+. A B+ deck just because it was not competitive. Pretty much as long as the deck's competitive, it's going to be in the A range. This was not a competitive deck. But it was interesting and it was fun. So I think it has a lot of potential in the future. All right, so there we go. B+. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.